Hello, football fans, and welcome back to the next part of our chat with Young Matilda and future superstar Sienna Saveska. You really enjoy this one. She's going to go through the story of how she got from, her earliest memories of football to where she is today. And we'll talk just a little bit about her future as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Corner Flag podcast with Sienna Saveska. I'd like to welcome Sienna Saveska back to the home league. Young Matilda and a footballer with the world at her feet. It's great to have you here. Really excited.
Thank you. I'm excited too.
Awesome. If you haven't checked out the warm-up already, please make sure you do on YouTube or Spotify so you can really get to know Sienna a little bit better. And we're going to dive into now, I know you're only young, 18 years old, your career. And when I said that before, you giggled a little bit like, oh, so short, but There's a story to be told here. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Good. So before we do dive in, I need to mention one thing. This podcast has a pretty good track record of people's careers going upwards after I interview them. So I had Anthony Caceres on at the very start, and not long after that, Socceroo.
Yeah.
Okay. Keely Adamson, not long after that, got called up to some junior national teams, and now he's in England with QPR. So this might be your ticket to full Matilda.
Maybe.
Okay, trip to Europe, you'll be fine. All right. So once that happens, you can thank me. It's fine. Okay. So if you don't kick on, though, you'll make me look bad. So it's got to happen.
I got to do it.
Thank you. All right. We'll get started. Can you tell me your earliest memories of playing football?
It's probably just kicking the ball in the backyard with my dad and my cousins, my two older cousins from my dad's side. They both used to play football when they were younger, just like local league in Wollongong. And when I'd see them play, I'd kind of just wanted to pick up the ball and play. So at home, whenever they'd come over, I'd just kick the ball around with them. And I think that's kind of where it started.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you have any siblings? Like that's normally the thing, but it was cousins.
Yep.
Older?
Older cousons, and I have two older sisters, but they don't play.
Okay. So you were like itching for the cousins to come over.
Yep.
Sisters not interested at all?
No.
Okay.
Now they kind of like say we're all at my house and they're outside and we're outside. They kind of just will try to kick the ball and play, and I'm like, God, just sit down.
I was going to say, now that you're a fully fledged Razzler, they're like, now we'll play with her.
Yeah, now we'll play. I'm like, nah, sit down.
Probably not the best decision from them. I know you mentioned it on the warm-up, but your first junior club, and how did you get involved there?
Port Kembla Juniors. They were just kind of 5 minutes down the road from where I live, like a drive. And my dad kind of just see me playing in the backyard, and he was like, let's sign her up. So he signed me up. I went played there for a little while. And then, as I said before, I moved into our Football South Coast program, which was a boys SAP team, after being at the Port Kembla Junior Club. Mm-hmm. They kind of scouted me from there and got asked to do trials. So
my next question was, were there a lot of options for girls, or were you playing with the boys? So so once you moved into SAP, you're playing against boys your age. There's no, you don't go up or down or anything like.
I was playing, I think, in a year above me. I was playing, I think I was 8 and the league was for 9-year-olds.
And how did you compare?
It was good. I was good. I liked it. I liked playing against the boys. Obviously, it's a bit scary when you're a girl, and you're probably the only girl in the team when you're young, but I think it taught me how to be stronger and stuff like that. So it was good. I enjoyed it.
Cool. So you mentioned that Football South Coast saw you playing and sort of invited you to come. Was there any hesitation about going to those trials, or, is it something that I suppose your family were like, yeah, let's go do it? Or we're like, we don't really know what's going on. Let's just sort of turn up and see what happens.
Yeah, we kind of were just all on board. We all wanted to go. I think my older cousin, like I said, he was in the SAP program as well later on. So, I think they kind of said, just do it, just try. But when I first trialed, I was 7, so I was too young. They didn't know that until I got to the trialed. They went to go pick me and they were like, wait, you're too young. We can't pick you. So I had to wait till the year after, and then I went to trial again, and then,
Cool. And a couple seasons there?
Yeah, until I was about 11, I think.
And then?
And then I went on to Football New South Wales Institute.
And how did that happen there? Was that trials, or did they call up and say, hey?
So with Football South Coast, there was a gala day at Valentine Sports Park. obviously where Football New South Wales was based. And I think I pretty much got scouted from the gala day. And then once that had finished and the season had finished, I got called up to trial with Football New South Wales and then went through the trial process. I think it was maybe 3 trials. And then, got selected. And then I was there until maybe 2 years ago now.
And that was just girls in your age group?
Yep.
Yep.
Not my age group. I was playing up 2 ages every year.
Okay.
But it was all girls.
Yeah. How good. Always playing up. Love that. And then obviously you're there for a couple of years. I want to talk to you about school because I saw that you 2 different high schools. Is that right? Where did you start?
Illawarra Sports High.
Yes. And then you moved to?
Westfield Sports High.
Can you talk me through that?
Yeah. So at the time I was playing with Football New South Wales when I was in Year 7 with Illawarra Sports High. And then travel just started to get too much for me and Dad. He had a back operation on his back because he hurt it at work. So it was hard for him to stay in the car for long hours. And obviously me coming from after school, training, going up to training, coming back late, having school early in the morning, it was getting quite hard. So we decided to move up to Sydney. I think it was 2020 when I was in Year 8, which then I decided to move to Westfields, another sports school, which also gave me more training at the time. So, it just made it easier for travel and stuff on us.
Fair enough. So I'm a big advocate for this as well, but I did see that you played some futsal in your younger years as well. I suppose, how'd you get involved in that? And following on from that, do you think it had a positive impact on your outdoor football? Yeah.
I actually don't remember how I got into the futsal. I think I had maybe friends that played, like the Taipans team in Wollongong. And then they kind of spoke to my dad and they were like, does she want to play? So we signed up. I played maybe 2 years there, 1 or 2 years, I'm not sure. And then like once I moved to Sydney, Quake was the close option to me. So I had some friends there and one of my friends' dad reached out to my dad. They were friends too. And he said, can Sienna come play for us? Like, I know she likes playing futsal. And I was like, yeah, why not? At the time I wasn't playing A-League. So like it would allow me to do that after my NPL season. So I went and did that. And I think it did help with outside football because it teaches you to like keep the ball close, play in tight areas, that sort of stuff. So I think it did help me in that kind of sense.
Yeah, I think when you watch you play, I think futsal would have been perfect for you because the way you operating in those small areas, and once you do play a game like futsal, you have no time. Outdoor feels like you've got so much time. So I think it suits you to a T. The match report that I was doing all my research, I did find was from a grand final win where you scored a hat trick. There's a hat trick theme coming through here with you. So I think you guys won 4-1. I think you're like under 13s or something. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Can you walk me through moving through the ranks at the Institute, because you debuted for the first team at, was it 15 or 16? Yeah. Obviously quite young. 15. So can you talk me through, I suppose, when you first went there up until the sort of debut in the first team? Yeah.
So when I first went there, I think I went for some training sessions before I actually started with a team that was already playing in the comp, where a lot of my friends from now were in that team, and it was kind of scary. They were all older, bigger. I went in and trained with them, and then after a couple of training sessions, the season finished. Then I started fresh with that group after. So I think I was 11 playing in the 13s comp, and then I think we had won that grand final that season. And then, I just, every year after that, I'd just go up by 2 ages again. So I'd just kind of stick with that same team that I was with. Obviously, they were a bit older, some of the girls in there. But most of us in that team did play up. So, yeah.
And then, obviously, debuting at 15, what goes through your head there, I suppose, because you're playing against, fully grown adult women.
Yeah.
And obviously at 15, you have not finished necessarily your maturity and you're growing, all those things. What was going through your head, I suppose, when you were, how you're going to play first grade?
Yeah.
What went through your head there?
It was kind of exciting for us. We were very young and we were like, wow, we get a chance to kind of play in this first team league and, not the results weren't always going our way. So I think we'd have like a surprise game. We would win a game and we'd be so happy. But for most of the year, we didn't win much games. So it was kind of just being able to just go out there, play with each other, such a young group, and being able to like compete against like these high top athlete women that obviously were playing. Some of them were playing in the A-League and then coming back in the off season. So it was quite crazy. But I think there was a bit of excitement and a bit of like scared feelings in it.
Yeah. Do you think that's still beneficial, even though the results weren't there? Do you think it's still beneficial on your journey to getting to where you are now?
Yeah, I think it was. It kind of taught us how to play a different level of football from so young. There's like a different maturity to the game, obviously, compared to your under 15s team where you're just doing whatever for yourself. But once you get into first grade, it's kind of more team collective thing, and you got to like keep the ball and play around with teams and different stuff, defensive work and stuff like that. So it was good to learn it from a young age.
Were you always an attacking player?
So I started off as an attacking player in the institute, and then one season, I'm not sure which one it was, I played a whole season at fullback, a left fullback. So I don't think we had a left-footed player, so they were like, let's just.
I was about to say, did they go, oh, you're left-footed?
Come on.
Back. You're the only one. How was that?
Yeah, I had a good season there. I didn't mind it. It kind of taught me a different side of the game. And then now being an attacker, like I know what defenders think. So like it kind of helped in a sense. But yeah, I didn't mind it. Obviously, back then I was around the same stature as the girls. But now if I played fullback, no chance.
Yep. You got called up. Got here with the under-17s national team. Was it Ray Dower, the coach?
Yep.
Yes, very good. How did you find out you've been called up the first time? Like what happens there?
So I think I was still at institute at that time, and we kind of knew that there was like something going on with our under-17s group. I didn't know at the time how they would pick and choose and how things would happen, but I received an email one day. I think my parents did because I was obviously too young. And then they kind of just told me and I had to go to a camp and
Was it a phone call or did they come and see you or?
No, just an email, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you had to keep refreshing. Like one email came through to Football New South Wales, I think, and like told them who was obviously in like the extended squad and stuff. And then once they had known, I think they just told us to keep checking our emails, and then on the day that the squad was supposed to get announced,
non-stop,
you're just refreshing and trying to see, like, you'd start from the morning, but like they never come until like 6 p.m. at night time.
Yeah. And obviously super excited. Did you play any games with the 17s with that crew? I was trying to find out how it'll work because COVID was soon after. Did you guys get to play?
Yeah, so there was a bit of a break. And then after the break, I kind of moved on to the under-20s team. I was still young enough to play with the Young Matildas, but I was selected with the 20s. So I've been going on trips with them once COVID had finished and stuff. And then I think I went on a trip maybe to New Zealand with the Young Matildas. And then we had come back, and then I heard about an AFC qualifier or championship. It was for under-17s. And then I think before there was something to do with under-20s, there was that qualifier. And I got called in a camp before to the under-17s, had a camp with them again with all the new players and stuff. And then they selected me to go and play in the AFC Cup. So then we played in Palembang, I think, or Jakarta, one of them. And we ended up winning that. So that was good.
It was hard to, obviously I'm researching and tracking, and it's like 17s, 20s, 17s,
even now it's confusing for me to even share with you because it was like different times. It was like here, there. Yeah. And then, I think just before that cup, I just called back to the under-17s, played that. And then once that finished, I started again with the under-20s.
And that COVID period, what did that look like for you? So obviously there's national team, club stuff, everything going on.
Yeah.
Were you able to train? Were there Zoom meetings? Like what was happening? You must have been either on your laptop the whole time or not. Like what was that period like?
It was hard. Obviously, I used to train at school with Football New South Wales Institute, and then I had Future Matilda stuff as well. And then obviously like Young Matildas, but obviously you don't train until you go into a camp with them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I had programs sent from school to do at home. It was kind of just go for runs, ball mastery in your house where you can. Football New South Wales, I think, also was quite similar, going for runs, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Future Matildas was also similar, but they had some Zooms where we could do Pilates with a Pilates instructor, Helen. She's pretty famous now for the footy players. I'm not sure if you know her. But yeah, so we did some Zooms for Pilates, and then there was a couple that used to take some sessions for us. It was like ball conditioning. So it was like, I don't know, some stuff you'd go in your garage and like get a ball, and it would be like conditioning with a ball in your garage, or like conditioning without the ball in like trying to build fitness when we couldn't really do anything. So yeah, we did that for Future Matildas, but it was a bit hard. I had to bring my dad out to go train on the field that was the closest in my bubble. Yeah, and do what I could, but it was pretty hard to keep fit.
Did you feel like you're being pulled from every angle because you've got obviously so many things you're involved with and they're all going, do this, do all this stuff? Was it look, I'm just going to pick what works for me, or were you trying to do everything and please everyone?
Yeah, so it was hard to kind of figure out what to do. Obviously, there was so many different things to do. I think I got in touch with someone at one stage to kind of see if there was any double ups of things, and we could just like shape it to kind of be one big thing for me, because obviously it's confusing, so many different things. But I ended up doing like what was asked from all places. But yeah, just kind of if I had a double up of something, I'd just let them know, obviously, and I wouldn't have to do that one, you know. Yeah,
such a weird time. Everyone looks so different.
Yeah.
So how did your time with the Institute come to an end?
So it was, what was it? 2 years ago now, I think. I'm not sure if I could have played one more year with them because of age, or if I had moved. I think I had moved back to Wollongong at that stage. So after school, I left school in year 11, and then I moved back to Wollongong, so I didn't have to travel much. Back with family. And then I think because I had made the move back for MPO, I just decided to stay with the Stingrays, like the local team. And yeah, I kind of just left the Institute 1 year early, or if it was the year that I was supposed to leave anyway.
Yep. And then so Institute back to Stingrays to the Wanderers?
No, I was with the Wanderers while I was still at.
Okay, so I was going to ask, I know they had there was a lot of the Wanderers were really great with their sort of ID program. So are you involved in that stuff as well, or is this more of an on-season, off-season kind of thing?
Yeah, it was kind of, I wasn't in any of their training camp thingies. I was actually first with the Wellington Phoenix when they were in Wollongong.
Yeah.
So
because they were based here.
Yeah.
Was that COVID? Is that why they were based here? Yes.
Yes. So I was with them, but I couldn't be signed because I was too young, because they were based as an overseas club. So you can't sign until you're 18. So yeah, I was basically just training with them, trying to get some experience. And then I think was still at Institute. So I was traveling down to Wollongong at that time, training, coming back up to school, training at school, going to Institute training there. And then sometimes I'd train with Future Matildas after that.
Is Dad driving you everywhere for this?
Yeah, so he was driving me.
What a trooper.
Then. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how it kind of was. And then I just got, I'm not sure how.
Yeah, how did you, I was going to say, how do you then get picked up with the Wanderers?
I'm not sure how Wanderers came across, but I think the coach, Kat Smith, at the time, she was involved with our junior Matildas team, so she was the analyst there. So I'm not sure if that's how it came across, or if anyone else in the Wanderers program had seen me, and yeah, so.
And what was it like signing that first deal with the Wanderers?
Yeah, it was cool. Obviously.
How old were you, sorry?
I think I was still 15 at the time. And then.
That is so normal for you just to say, but that is so wild for everyone else out there. Like, what was everyone listening doing when they were 15?
Yeah. It
wasn't, signing deals with, it's just amazing. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so
Tell me more.
I was 15, I think. And then kind of as preseason went on, I had my birthday in September, so I would have just turned 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was quite crazy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Parents proud.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone was pretty proud.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's like I said, for you, so you just obviously it's your life and so normal, but everyone's like else is like 15. That is just wild to sort of believe this. So you debuted off the bench as we went through in the warm-up. Had you had many matches where you were on the team sheet and hadn't gotten on yet?
Yep.
Yeah. What was that like? Just how many games, I suppose, were you waiting just to get on the pitch?
I'm not sure exactly how many games it was, but I know that there was quite a few. But yeah, I was kind of just on the bench as like a backup player, obviously, just in case anything happened. I was obviously so young, so it was kind of hard to break into the team at the time because, I was 15, 16. So yeah, it was kind of just hope for the best. Like if I'm needed, I just hope that I'm ready and like give my shot and
just hoping for him to be 5-0 up.
Yeah. I was like, come on, guys.
How did you walk into the number 10 then? I need to know. I don't know.
I don't know.
In the first grade team, if 15-year-old said, I want the number 10, I'd be like, no.
I think there was a system and it was like, pick your favorite numbers, like 3 of them.
Yeah.
And like 3, 2, 1. And I had obviously 10.
You did 10, 10, 10, didn't you? 3 times? Yeah.
I had 10, 11 and maybe 9 or 7 was maybe in there somewhere.
Even that's ambitious. I think if me at 15, I'd be like, 31, that's fine.
But that's what I thought a lot of the people were doing. So all the younger girls in the team were doing that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a shot. I just gave it a shot. I was like, maybe they're all just not going to pick the numbers because they're scared. And I was like, maybe I'll just get it. And I think that's what happened. I think everyone just picked different numbers because they were like, we're not going to get this number. We're not going to get that number. And then I ended up getting the number. So I was like, yeah, might as well just put it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But if I get it, it's good.
You got to shoot your shots.
Yeah.
So well done to you. Good on you for that. So you had 7 games in red and black, and then you swapped it for sky blue. Can you walk me through, I suppose, how that move came about and what your thinking was behind it?
Yeah, so obviously in my first season with Wanderers, I didn't get much game time and I kind of just moved trying to look for more development and more game time. And then obviously that didn't happen when I moved, but I'm still grateful for the experience and I think that everything happened for a reason and kind of led to where my path was now coming back to the Wanderers. But yeah, the move kind of happened with obviously looking for the game time and obviously most of the other clubs are interstate or Canberra's quite far and Central Coast was quite far. So at the age that I was, I didn't think that I wanted to get up and move by myself. I was obviously a bit too scared to do that. And then with the driving from Wollongong or even from Sydney, it would be 2 hours to Central Coast, 3, almost 4 hours to Canberra. So it was like, who's going to be taking me out, 3 a.m. in the morning to get there at 7? So like, it was like a no-brainer to kind of stay in Sydney. And obviously the other club was Sydney FC. So I ended up picking to go there. And then, so I was there for a year. That obviously didn't work out with the game time. And then I got back in touch with Tom Samani and then kind of made the move back to Western Sydney.
There you have it, football fans. That brings an end to this part of our chat with Sienna Saveska. She has the world at her feet and is going to go and do some absolutely amazing things, I am sure of it. As always, please make sure you're liking, subscribing, following, sharing, all that stuff on Spotify, YouTube and Instagram. Really does help. So thank you again for choosing to score some goals with us. And remember to celebrate with the quarter flag.